Yasmin Khan for Team TV, and today we're going to be speaking to Henry Newrick, who is the Managing Director of the Team Group of companies. Now, the Team Group specialises in delivering low-cost marketing leads to businesses throughout the UK and overseas, and it generates a diverse range of businesses covering areas such as fax, email and voice marketing, along with telemarketing, SMS messaging, also things like webinars, corporate videos, and of course some sales incentives. So Henry, lovely to have you here today. Welcome along.
Thank you.
So Henry, I want to ask you now a little bit more about voice broadcasting. Can you tell me exactly what it is and how it works?
Voice broadcasting involves pre-recording a message and then sending that message out to a database of recipients via the telephone.
Now Henry, what do you think are the specific advantages of using voice broadcasting?
Well, the advantages of voice broadcasting are, number one, it has a sense of urgency, it has an immediacy, and it's a way of getting a message out immediately to tens of thousands of recipients within the space of a very short time.
Now Henry, no doubt people do get, and I've experienced as well, they get horribly annoyed when they have to listen to some pre-recorded messages. So what's the legal position on that?
The legal position is very simple. There exists here in the UK a service called the Telephone Preference Service, and any person with a phone, whether it's a mobile phone or a residential phone, can opt to join the Telephone Preference Service. If they join the TPS, then it is illegal to send them out a voice message. The other position with regard to voice messages is that it is not legal to send out a pure recorded message. There must be the ability during the course of the message for the person receiving the message to interact with a live person. That makes it a live call as opposed to a pure recorded message. So normally if you get a voice message at home, it would normally say halfway through something like, to speak with a consultant, to speak with an operator, press 5 on your keypad now. And as long as that is there, and at the end of the message there must also be an opportunity for the person receiving the message to opt out of getting further messages. And that covers the legal position. One
of the advantages that we spoke about earlier on is for when governments can use it, maybe to give flood warnings.
Yeah, I mean, most people think of voice broadcasting as involving unsolicited commercial messages, but often they're used for civil emergencies. For example, in a flood situation, a message can be recorded by one of the council officers and then sent out literally to every house in the region that's potentially affected by the flood, or any other form of emergency too, for that matter. Yeah. Voice messages are used by, often used by political candidates to get their message across during a time of election and so on. So it's not just pure commercial messages. We do work for charities also sending out fundraising messages to their database.
Now, how does someone go about getting their message recorded?
If somebody wants to get a message recorded, they simply contact what we call a voiceover specialist, who normally has a studio at home. Our client would pre-write the message out. That would be submitted to the voiceover specialist, and we can point them in the right direction in that respect. And they will then record the message and send it to us in the format that we require it in, which is normally an MP3 file, which is loaded to a computer and then sent out. So it's very simple, and the whole process generally wouldn't cost more than about £50 or £60 at most.
Now, I hear that mobile data sometimes works better. In your opinion, is that true?
Yeah, I think mobile data certainly, our experience shows that our clients get much better responses from using mobile data. The reasons for this are that, number one, is that the mobile phone holders are not hammered, if you like, as much with voice messages as are residential phones. It's more expensive to communicate to mobile phones. Yeah. Secondly, there are 74 million mobile phone users in the UK as opposed to 18 million residential phones. And the final factor is that less than 10% of mobile phone owners have joined the TPS, as opposed to something like 85–90% of residential homeowners. So it's a much more of a new market, a virgin market, if you like.
So it's almost like a little bit of an unexplored niche.
Exactly.
Thank you very much there, Henry. Okay, this is Yasmin Khan signing off for Team TV.